Everybody, this is DKG's Avos, and I've got something here for you today, and I am terribly excited, so let's get right into it. It's a replay of me playing the AI. It seems awesome, doesn't it? I know this seems dumb, but this is the fastest possible ultra rush that I could even possibly do. And I know that it seems really dumb, but that's okay. I wish the computer player a GLHF right here. And the reason I'm making this video even remotely as a good idea, there are a few nuances in here that I wanted to kind of explain to anybody that wanted to replicate this build. I'll put on the production tab. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to explain all of these things. But hi, how are you? How is everybody? You'll notice that I go to 10 drones before I put my Overlord out. Once I get to 10, that's when I'm going to make my Overlord. That is intentional. That extra drone does give you a little bit of mining time. You'll notice that I got that drone selected right there. I'm going to I'm going to extractor trick there really quickly just to try and get as many drones out as quickly as possible. It does give you like a 10 mineral boost if you do it correctly, and I need all of the minerals that I can possibly get. I'm just going to send my Overlord out to my natural, which is my normal default. Now, you'll notice that I built the extractor right here on 13. It was right as that larva popped out. Right as that larva popped out, made the extractor. Larva, extractor, build the drone. Okay, now I'm sitting at 13 here. It's going to be a 13 pool right as I get enough minerals. I'm going to put the drone there a little ahead of time so that it drops right at 200 minerals. It needs to be right at 200 minerals, otherwise you're going to delay it just a little bit. That's just pretty normal stuff here. Right as that's done, after I've got the spawning pool and the extractor should be done. Well, the spawning pool should be going down about the same time that the extractor is finished. Now, right as my spawning pool is finished, I am going to forego getting a queen. Just going to skip it entirely. Don't want it. Don't need it yet. Now, right as the spawning pool finishes, I will have about 100 to 104 gas, depending on how well I've timed it. I want it at 100, but there you go, spawning pool, 104 by the time I build my lair. That's lair at 3 minutes, guys. 3-minute lair. That is nuts. No ling speed, don't have the gas for it. Now, I wish that I had sent him back with those minerals. That would have been nice. However, I needed him to go to make that expansion ASAP, so I couldn't afford it. You'll notice that I sent that out around 200 minerals so that I could have the hatchery there right as I needed it. And then I'm just going to drone up for a while. I'm going to use up every larva that I possibly can. Once I've got the money for it, I'm going to use all of them. Well, hold on. Skip that. Overlord first, after the hatchery, okay? 17 hatchery, 16 Overlord, then the drones, and then you just drone. Drone, 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 drone. Okay? You'll notice that it was 17 so that I get as many minerals as possible so that this could be built as quickly as possible. And then once lair tech finishes, queens and infestation pits take the exact same amount of time. Check this out. You look here. Infestor, 50 seconds. Queen, 50 seconds. Now is when I get my queen. However, you will notice I already have 17 drones here. I'm already essentially fully saturated at my minerals. I'm not going to take the queen and inject larva on this hatchery ever. I'm going to march it straight down here, but I want that queen as early as possible because if I build it now, then it's going to be delayed, right? Queen's a little off. But now I go to the hive tech as soon as possible, and I'm going to have 20 drones, give or take, 20 drones once it's all said and done here, and that's so that I can have this fully saturated, okay, this drone here, and you'll notice that I've already set my my rally point over, okay, 20 drones here, optimally mining. Eventually I'm going to take this gas here, and that's why I've got 20 exactly. Alright, now I'm going to use all of my larva injects. I'm not going to spread creep. I'm just going to larva inject, larva inject, larva inject. Okay, that's all for drones. Drones, 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 drones. Okay? Pretty simple stuff, not too complicated. Now I've gone for this because I'm realizing that I'm floating a little bit of minerals. I don't need the minerals just yet. I also wanted to break a little bit of a supply block here. So I need to inject larva. Inject. Come on, Avos. Let's go. There we go. Got it. So, you'll also look at the timing. I've timed this almost perfectly so that once my hive tech is done, these will be done. And I'm just going to sit. You'll see my camera right here. Doesn't move very much. I'm keeping an eye on my hive tech. I'm staying right about here. Ultralisk den started as soon as possible. Into the gas as soon as possible. Hive, and then ultra den, and then gas. All at the same time. All at the same time. All at the same time. Want it done as soon as possible. Now you're going to see that I'm getting pretty close here. I've got a couple overlords on the way. I might have gotten supply blocked once or twice while building this, but pretty much I'm going to build a few more drones, and then I'm going to cut drone production entirely. Because I need all these drones mining optimally. I probably could have gone for a little bit earlier gas. I did the math on it, and it was assuming that I built this gas just a little bit earlier, so I'm a little off on the timing. However, with this build, you should be able perfectly, now you'll see it, had I done this just a little bit better, I probably could have had 3 Ultralisks sub 9 minutes, below the 9-minute mark. Alright, these are a little bit of the nuances here, and I mean, like I said, the biggest one there is really just the fact that the drone timing on some of these. And now let's put this right next to the clock, You see that I'm still larva injecting. I'm not getting the chitinous plating just because I don't really need it, and as we get closer, we are going to slow this down to normal speed because right at 8:59 the Ultra comes out. Alright everybody, this is DKG Avos signing out for now. That was the fastest Ultralisk build that I could possibly pull off.